ओके 4-5 साल बरोबर.
Okay, good morning everyone. Okay, today I am going to explain responsive web design using HTML5 and CSS3. Okay, I want to know what you know about responsive web design. I want your own definition. What you know about responsive web design? I think it was explained in last session. Okay, I'm going to explain what is responsive web design, then why we use responsive web design, HTML4 page structure versus HTML5 page structure, then meta viewport, CSS media queries, then create responsive image or responsive menu using CSS media queries, then entire template using media queries and simple HTML5 page structure. Now, what is responsive web design? Actually, why we use responsive web design? Before 2012, only computer and laptop are exist. In that scenario, web developer design by considering that view only. Let us think by developer's view. Okay, when you design a website as a developer, you must know how much area you are going to use to design a website. Okay, there are suppose if you consider a laptop, the horizontal view of laptop means how much pixels you are going to use. Okay, let us design. Okay, this is your laptop view. How much pixels you are going to use? Tell me. Anybody knows? How many pixels you are going to use for design? Okay, there are 1000 pixels. Okay, 1000 pixels. You are going to code for 1000 pixels. If you use more than 1000 pixels, okay, suppose I use 1000 and 1200. Okay, there is a horizontal scroll bar. Similarly, or in case of percentage, how much percentage you are going to use? How much percentage? Okay, these are the total 100%. Okay, if you consider these are 100%. Okay, you got it? Okay. Second, we think this in case of mobile devices, there are different mobile devices available. Okay, the width of device is 320 pixels. Okay, 640 pixels. Okay. This is 640. 320 pixels are iPhone 4, 5, and in case of 640 pixels, there are PDA, okay, tablets, and this is what our desktop. Okay. So tell me then how many pixels you are going to use to design a mobile template? How many pixels you are going to use to design a mobile template? Okay, this width is what? 320, and this is what? For as 640. But in case of percentage, how much? 100%. Okay, this is 100%. Similarly, this is 100%. Again, this is 100%. Okay, so see, while you are going to design a CSS, you must consider width in a percentage. Okay, this is our first rule. Okay, and while basic design in case of desktop and laptop, I am going to use pixels. Okay, how many people know CSS? Okay, this box model of CSS. Box model. Okay, just see. This is a basic. Suppose I have designed. This is my design. Then this is a what? Padding. Okay, this is what? Margin. Okay, this is what? Margin. This is what? Padding. Okay, and this is what? Border. Okay, I am going to work on these three areas. Okay, while I am going to design a CSS, I am going to use this three things. Another one is display inline or display block. Okay, if you use CSS property display inline, then your tag or your content will be display on inline. And second thing, if you use block, then your content will convert into block. Okay, you got it? Okay, next. Now see, responsive web design, it is a responsive. Okay, what is meaning of responsive? Interacting with the devices. Okay, when you access this template by using any device, it will respond to display of that device. That is the main definition. Means when you use responsive web design, it creates right experience for right device. This is what definition. Right experience for right device. Now see, here is example. When you create a responsive web design, it will look on a desktop like this. Okay, when you access, that is first image, desktop view. In second case, when you create for tablet, it will look like this, and for phone, it will look like third. Okay, it means your page look good on all devices. Okay, tell me what is need then? Why we create a responsive pages? Take an example of Paytm. Okay, if Paytm site is not responsive, what happens? Right now there are 70% people are accessing internet through mobiles. If someone wants to recharge their mobile, then what they do? क्या करते हो? They will visit paytm.com and they will do recharge. Correct? But अगर आपकी site responsive नहीं है तो?
Obviously that customer will be disappointed.
Okay, this means okay. Okay, this, they lost their customers. They lost their customers. That is what use of responsive web design. If you want to grow your business, you must switch to responsive web design. That is what adaptation. Okay. If somebody don't change with the time, okay, it will lost. Okay. If you want to change with the time, so this is the time of responsive web design. You must design your website responsive. Now see, you know HTML4? You know HTML4? Okay, this is a simple page structure. Okay, this is a simple page structure. See, yesterday there was one design, okay, using div, correct? In HTML4 page structure, they have used div. Okay, suppose I want to divide my page into this much of. Okay, this is my template, this is my header, okay, this is my navigation, this is content, this is right bar, then this is my footer. But what happened? In case of HTML4, everywhere you are going to use div. Okay, div. This is what div. Again, this is what div. Again, this is what div. Again, div. Okay. What happens? In case of SEO, okay, search engine optimization, this div create a problem. Little bit problem. Okay. SEO means what? How many people know SEO?
Search
okay.
engine optimization.
Your website rank in that any search engine, not only in Google, but there are a lot of search engine. Okay. See, but now structure is different in HTML5. See, instead of div tag, I am going to use what? Here is a header. Header is a special tag. Okay, it is pair tag. Again, I am going to now to display navigation, article to display article and section and footer. Okay, you got it? I am going to use this pair tag. I am not going to use div. What was yesterday's structure? That is, I am not going to use that structure. Okay, there are many questions how to create a template or design using HTML5. Okay, this is a solution. I am going to create that. Okay, see, this is our basic page structure. Header, nav, section, article, aside and footers. Now see, actually how many times I can use header and footer in my page? Okay, the answer is this. You can use multiple headers and footers in your page. See, when you start your coding, this is a body tag. In body tag, there is a main header Okay, for body tag, and another is main footer. Second, I'm going to divide my page into number of sections. Okay, instead of using div, I'm going to use sections. Here, section. The section has again one header and again one footer. Okay, again one header and again one footer. This way I can use. Okay, this will help in SEO. Okay, if you want to highlight main title of your page, you should keep your main header. Then, if there are certain simple basic points which has less importance as point of SEO, then you divide your page into number of headers. Number of headers means this article is related to somewhat having high priority. Okay, this article having less priority. Depending on that, you can keep your header. And this is what aside. Okay, this is what aside. Now see, I am going to design a website using simple steps. Okay, just I am going to use two methods. One is viewport, okay, meta tag, and another one is CSS media queries and basic HTML. That is what HTML5 tags. See here, you know about meta. What is meta tag? How many meta tags are there? In HTML4, there are 22 meta tags, more than 22. Actually, it's play important role in SEO, search engine optimization. Okay. Right now, for responsive web design, I'm going to use this meta viewport. Okay. Can anybody tell me what is viewport meta tag and what is its use? Anybody? What its use? Okay. Forget about it. Yes, I'm going to explain. Okay. Meta tag is what? See, just there is one viewport. What is viewport? Actual meaning of viewport. See, actual viewport is nothing but the display you are going to use. Okay. See, it will change device to device. It is small for mobile and it will large for laptop and computer, or it will change. That is what viewport. See here, meta name is equal to viewport, and then content. Width is equal to device width. What is width? And equal to device width. So, in next slides I am going to explain this one. And scaling, initial scale is equal to 1.0. See, actual output of meta tag. See, hello. See, if you don't use meta tag in your web page, what happens? This is the loop. Okay, if you don't use, and if you put your you can't see that output on your desktop. You have to launch that website on www. Then only you can see this view. Okay. What happens if you don't use viewport? This is the scene. If you want to read the content, what happens? You have to maximize that content. Okay. There is maybe horizontal bar. Okay. But if you use meta tag, what happens? I am accessing a website which is using meta tag on my mobile phone. Okay. So in that case, what happens? The content are readable. Okay, means that page fit to the width of that your device. You got it? Now, next one is CSS media queries. Okay, media queries. I'm going to give you a simple demo how to use media queries. Okay, not much but simple program. Okay, media queries are defined in CSS3. It is not in CSS2. Now, what is use of media queries? Media queries allow you to target CSS tools. Okay, target CSS tool based on screen size, device orientation. See, one more thing. Tell me, what is CSS? What is CSS? Okay. Okay, I am going to give a best example. Okay, see this is one example. This is what before CSS and this is what after CSS. Look. Okay. Before and after. And CSS media queries are used to control the behavior of CSS. CSS media queries are used to control behavior of CSS. You got it? This is what before and this is what after CSS. CSS is used to beautify the content. Okay, CSS used to beautify the content, and variant queries are used to control behavior of CSS. Okay, you got? Now let us, I'm going to give a practical demo how to create my first okay. Now see here, I'm going to create a responsive image first, okay, by using simple, and second one is responsive menu. Let's think about the tools. I'm going to use Notepad++. Okay, it is easily available. You can download Notepad++ from internet. It is freely available and it is a full version. Second thing, I'm going to use a browser as a Mozilla, because Mozilla provides you one special tool where you can check the responsive web pages. Okay, see, the first let us create a one. Okay, just I'm going to use one image. Okay, see, this is my stuff. I'm going to use this image. See, size of this image is what? How much? Just you can check. 77.5. Okay, this is what size. Actually, when I use this image in my simple HTML, what happened? And if I resize my page, what happened? Okay. Okay. Let's create this one page, which will give you a demo how to create a responsive image. You see, our basic page structure. You know, I'm going to use what? Doc type. What is meaning?
HTML5.
I'm going to use HTML5. Then this is what HTML, and then head. Let's copy this one. And first I'm going to use inline internal CSS. Then in next demo I'm going to use external CSS. Okay, just remove this one. I don't need this link tag right now. Okay, I don't want meta tag. Again, this is our basic page structure. Now just put your image here. Our image name is site.jpg. So I am going to img as
SRC.
Sorry, this is not. I am going to put here G SRC is equal to
Path.
URL.
Site.jpg.
Save it as using HTML. So okay, on desktop there is okay, this is what our image site.jpg, and then I'm going to save it as image demo. Okay, this is what. Let us check output using Mozilla. Okay, see, this is our output. Because of size of image, it is not a response. When you resize, what happens? There is a horizontal scroll bar. Now, how to check responsiveness of your page? Okay, in Mozilla provides you a special tool that is how to access that tool? Click on tool, okay, then click on web developer, and there is one option that is what? Responsive design view. Okay, click on that. Okay, see, it will provide you a different device versions and width. Okay, the basic mobile, that is 320 pixels. Okay, that is, you can check your pages how it will look on different devices. Now, see, I'm going to write a class to create a responsive. Right now you have checked, this is not a responsive. Okay, there is a horizontal scroll. Okay, this is not a responsive. See, I'm going to write one class. See, I'm going to use internal CSS. So which tag?
Style.
Styles. Okay, I'm going to define, I don't want to write any class, I'm just defining image. Okay, just tell me
100%.
100%, correct? Okay, is it correct? Save it as. And then check output. Okay, see. This is your responsive image. But this is not correct. Okay. Width is equal to 100% is wrong. Okay. You have to define max width instead of width, max width. Because the layout width, it will take it is taking width of that entire browser, but you are going to put that image in certain div. What happen in that case? Okay, अगर div में आप image put करोगे, in that case if we take 100%, so it will take an entire browser width. Okay, तो इसके लिए हमें क्या करना है उसका? You have to take max width of image. Okay, so I am going to define it as max width. Means it will give a original effect of original look of your image. Just say. Okay, same. But when you use this image, okay, when you use this image in your project, in that case it will give you good output. Now, second, I'm going to use media queries in same page. Let's remove this one. Okay, I'm going to save it as media demo. Okay, remove this image. Okay, how to use media? Now here is one body tag. I'm going to define a CSS for body. Okay, I'm going to set a background. Background as a now just see execute using
Firefox.
okay, background is red, fine. Now how to use media queries? Okay, how to define media queries? See, actually I have already explained. Media queries control behavior of CSS. So let us define media queries at the rate, okay, media, okay, then okay, max width is, suppose I'm going to give you 959. As soon as I got this width, color is going to change. I'm just defining same classes in my, okay, just see, here is curly bracket open, and then again I'm going to define my CSS rules. See, means it is going to control behavior of your CSS. Same it is again for you. Right, I'm going to change it as div. See the output. Okay, you got it. Okay, again I'm going to define another one. This is what media tag. Okay, and you can define the maximum width of your device. Okay, you can you have to write this media queries for each and every device that in which your website is going to access. Similarly, I am going to write so let us check by 320 pixels and 600 pixels. Okay, a range of your device. Now minimum width is what? How much? 320 pixel, and max width is suppose 640, and I'm going to change color as suppose black. Okay, just check the output. Now open your tool. How to open tool? Tools, then web developer, then okay. Yes, 3. Okay, it is not applied. Something is missing. Yes. Okay, see the problem with the single space. Okay, got it? Okay, अगर वहाँ पर एक सिंगल स्पेस मिस हो गया तो it is creating a problem. So write carefully, and it is again. See here, if I check this 320, then up to 600 it is black. Okay, then 640 it is black, and then after 640 it is blue. Okay. Now by using this rule, I am going to implement responsiveness to the website. Got it? Any doubt? No. So next, okay. Now responsive menu, I am going to directly implement in my template. See, first check which template I am going to create. This is my. I am going to create this one. This is your basic template. It is from scratch. I am just going to use HTML5 and CSS3 media queries. Okay, I have used external CSS here. These are the menu. Tell me which is effect.
Over.
Similarly, okay, how many divs I have used in this layout? Divs are what we say. Okay, see, this is what
Header.
Actually, entirely it is in one single section. Okay, means this is your single section. See, website is looking at the center of your browser. Tell me what I have used there. Anybody?
Continue.
No. See, actually, see that diagram which I have explained on the board. This is your margin. Okay. Just think a simple your notebook page. This is your margin. Okay. This is your margin. Again top, and this is bottom margin, and this is your padding. Padding is what? This is content. Suppose this is home. Home is your li, and at the 4 direction from home. Okay, this is what padding. ये जो यहाँ पर blue space है. Okay, this is what padding means. Internal space of your control. That is what padding. Outer is margin and border. Okay. See again. I have used here 2 sections, which is float. Which direction? Float. Left. Float left. Here I have used float left because here I want to display content side by side, and again there is one footer. Okay, let us start from scratch. Okay, if I made a mistake, you are going to tell me. You are going to correct me. Okay. Now just copy paste your basic code. Okay, tell me why we do name as an index.html. What is the reason behind that?
The first page when the website is launched.
It should be index.html. Okay,
not compulsory.
correct. Okay, this is a default rule. Suppose just check out. If you want to access any main domain, imscdr.in or suppose facebook.com. Okay, just check out imscdr.in/index.html or facebook.com/ index.php. This is the reason. Okay, it will give direct. It will give this page access directly main domain. Okay, you can also in old style they will use as a home.html. Okay. See, this is our structure. Now see, I am going to use a language as EN. Oh, this is not compulsory. Now, why we use a title tag?
Display in the title bar.
It plays important role in SEO, search engine optimization technique. Then again, style. I am going to use external style sheet. That's why I don't need this. Then meta viewport. Tell me what is used.
Scaling the current resolution.
Scaling, and second thing, responsiveness. Again, okay. These are the different tags. Anybody have used this one? किसी ने use किया ये? Okay. These tags play important role in SEO. Okay. Okay. Meta name is equal to description. Now you have to write a description in very short line here. That is, this website is about. Suppose I am going to design a website for IMS India. This website is about IMS. That is Institute Management Studies. Okay. Then keywords. You can specify a number of keywords. Keywords are the words which are people using to access in Google. Suppose Google में जो आप word करते हो, word use करते हो. Suppose you want to find a management institute. What do? You enter best management institute in Ahmednagar. So you are going to put your keywords. आपके page में जो example IMS is one. IMS, then MBA or MBA Institute, comma MCA Institute. Okay. Okay, these are the words. Okay, this will help you in optimization. Then meta name is author. Okay, if you search on Google, just you put a name, then it will access how many website this author has published. Okay. तो अगर आप कोई वेबसाइट डिजाइन करते हो और आप अपना नाम वहां पर इन मेटा टैग यू पुट योर नेम ऑन इन मेटा टैग, इट विल हेल्प्स यू टू फाइंड योर वेबसाइट्स. देन नाउ आई एम गोइंग टू लिंक external style sheet, that is style.css. So just create this one. Okay, I have saved them. File new. Just save it as what name? Use copy paste. It will make less chances of mistakes. Okay, just keep. I have designed this one. Now let's check whether it is applied or not to the index. First execute using Firefox or index page. Okay, nothing is there because I have yet not given any style. Now just put body tag and check out. Save it as, and then again just. Okay, now external style sheet is working fine. Now let us our design. First see which is our design. Okay, this design we are going to create. Okay, actually I have put it on a www. See, this is what our first you are going to create a main container. Then in that container you are going to put one image and okay. Then this is our nav. In that you are going to create a menu, and this is our column 1, and this is what second, and then your footer. Just let's create. Now where I have code in body tag. Now my page is divided into number of sections. So section, then again close it. This is main section. Okay, I'm going to give it ID as main. Okay. Then in that section, how many again I'm going to use header here. Header tag. Close this header. In that header, I'm going to put my text, that is IMS, and again I'm going to access image, that IMG SRC. That is what name of our image is.
Logo.png.
Logo.png. Okay, logo.png. Fine. And then this is our header. Then again I'm going to divide. I'm going to use nav for navigation purpose. So nav. Then close nav. In that I'm going to use unordered list. UL. Okay. Just use li. Then close li. Similarly, how many? 4 times. One, two, three, four. And then close your UL. Just write down your home. Then about us. Then gallery. Or image. Or context. Fine.
LI closing. Home.
No. Actually, this section is entire. It is going to cover entire design, because I am going to use this section to make a responsive. Okay. Then this is our now. Let us check output. First, we write CSS classes for this. Let's check output first. See, this is what IMS. Then IMS. Okay, fine. Now let's CSS. What is CSS? Already I have a display on image. We beautify this page. Okay. Now style. So just see, this is our section. I'm going to use ID as a main. So just write down main. Okay. You are going to use here what? Hash. Because I have used here ID. So now define the width. Okay, I am going to define the width as 960 pixels. This is the standard. Okay, 960 pixels. Then background is equal to orange. Okay, and again I am going to give a margin. That is, margin.
Yes.
Margin. Okay, margin. How much? This is what 0 and 2. Okay, it will equally put your div into the center. Okay, just check out. First save it as, and then check out the output. Okay, this is what. Right now I want to put my image. Okay, I want to put my image into the center. Second thing, I want to display the content. Okay, let us write a style for your content. That is what text. Text. Just write down color white. Then text align.
Center.
Text align center. Then just check out. Okay, I want to give a shadow. This is what CSS3 text shadow. Text shadow.
Okay, this is what X, again this is what Y, again this is blur, and I'm going to U color blue. These are the 4 parameters. Okay, just save it as. And again, one more thing, I want to display font. Font size, that is 24 pixels. Just check out output. So, something is wrong.
PX.
Something is wrong. Yes?
Second
Okay, something is missing in also our. Okay, this is your
Closing of Ella at home.
home.
Oh, okay. Just make it correct. Okay, this is the IMS. Okay, then again, something is again problem. Okay, nav is closed here, header is closed here. Okay, header, UL, section is
Section.
here, header is closed here.
Closing.
Okay, section closing is missing. See, again, I'm going to define this image. I want this image as a center, or it will display as a block. So, write a CSS class for image. It should display as a block.